Canelo washed up now at 35 years old?
Oh, I don't know. Boxing is a lot of wear and tear on the body. Maybe so.
The Saudis paid Canelo heavily to lose.
The Saudis gave Canelo huge money to lose, while I was paid huge money to win. That's the clear difference between us. I earned when I won. They sacrificed their legacies for money. Floyd is not like that. These were Floyd Mayweather's exact words in a recent interview when asked about the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight. The bond between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford is already shaky, especially after Floyd called out Crawford to fight, claiming Canelo was paid by Turkey to lose.
When there, do you think we've got...
I don't know. But, I'm glad that I'm able to just still be able to entertain for the people, and you still get a chance to see it, just a glimpse.
This came right after Floyd publicly called out Crawford for a fight in 2026, something Crawford strongly rejected. In a now-deleted post, Floyd Mayweather, after showing his betting slip, dropped a tweet hinting at a battle with Crawford in what he called a clash of the GOATs. Who says no to me versus Bud in a battle of the GOATs? He tweeted, but Crawford's reply was far from encouraging.
What he got to shoot. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that, but in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter, though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But,
Floyd's frustration with Crawford's reaction was what led him to his bold claims about the fight. He argued that he is greater than both Canelo Alvarez and Mike Tyson, since both of them lost while earning massive sums in fights with Crawford and Jake Paul. Floyd added that Canelo was capable of much more. He could have thrown more shots and fought better, but was paid to look bad. This sparked big debate in boxing, as Floyd and Crawford were close allies. Also, Floyd had bet against Canelo. Still, Floyd was discouraged when Crawford's side suggested Crawford was the better fighter. Boxing always thrives on comparisons, but few debates get louder than Terence Crawford versus Floyd Mayweather.
That you would take a professional bout in the future after Mike, or is that off the table?
Let's own it. Let's own it. It's been talks. It's possible.
Okay, so not totally against that possibility.
That argument heated up again after Crawford's sensational win over Canelo Alvarez at Allegiant Stadium. That victory made him the first male boxer in the four-belt era to be undisputed in 3 different divisions. What looked like a crowning night quickly turned into a worldwide debate when Canelo stunned reporters at the press conference with a sharp comment. I think Crawford is much better than Mayweather. That single statement sparked chaos across boxing. And Crawford's trainer, Brian Bomack? McIntyre wasted no time fanning the flames.
I saw you before the fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. GOAT, greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches, not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists. Everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course he is.
In an interview with Fight Hub TV, McIntyre appeared wearing a hat with the word
5 during an interview with Fight Hub TV. McIntyre showed up wearing a cap that said GOAT and firmly declared that Crawford is the greatest of all time. According to him, Bud's success is not just personal, but the product of a strong team that helped him dominate 3 divisions like no one else. When he was pressed about Canelo's statement, his answer was direct. Who, Terence? Of course he is. Of course, he's better.
Who think's better out of those 2? Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter.
Bomack, the debate has no middle ground. Crawford has already gone beyond what Mayweather was in the ring. Crawford himself shows class, calmness, and respect. Even while the debate continues, Crawford stays composed. After outpointing Alvarez, he chose not to fuel history's rivalry. Floyd was the greatest of his era. I'm the greatest of mine. We don't need to compare. His words carried respect for Mayweather. Though they did not stop fans and analysts from pushing the fire.
It's really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, it's like Crawford.
After all, Mayweather had beaten a young Canelo in 2013, while Crawford defeated a far more experienced version of the Mexican star, giving this debate a new angle. Stephen A. Smith stepped in to highlight the gap between Crawford and Mayweather. The veteran sports analyst added a fresh twist, saying Crawford's greatness lies not just in outboxing Canelo, but also in trading punches, taking pressure, and coming out stronger. Still, Smith drew a sharp contrast with Mayweather. Floyd was a defensive genius, nearly impossible to hit.
Crawford against Mayweather, right? How do you think a fight between both of them turn out?
If Mayweather gets hit with Crawford like I hit him and rocked, it might not end well for Mayweather. They might be over it. But Mayweather could outbox Crawford, I think, because Crawford has the mindset that I'm trying to knock you out. And Mayweather knows how to play to that I'm trying to knock you out type of thing. Because he's used to people coming at him, trying to hit him hard.
To the analyst, that is the defining line. While Crawford showed grit and reaction, Mayweather built his legacy on defense that was nearly untouchable. The boxing world is clearly split. Some argue Crawford has already passed Mayweather, while others believe Floyd's flawless defense is beyond comparison. What's undeniable is both men ruled in their own eras and uplifted the sport in their distinct ways. The Crawford versus Mayweather debate has only just started, and after Canelo's remarks and Bomac's statements, the firestorm is far from over. One fact stands tall, Bud has secured his place among boxing's immortals.
When I looked at it, he came out in the southpaw stance and he took Canelo's jab away from him. As you know, if you take a fighter's jab away from them, then it's hard for them to really land. You force them to use one shot, and he forced them to use his backhand, his rear hand. Crawford was ready for the loop in the right hand.
I like Crawford's style of fighting, the way he's gonna come after him. Mayweather. Okay, let's do this. Money Mayweather, I think Crawford beats.
Okay. Pretty boy.
Pretty boy. I don't know. I think Pretty Boy, it might be Pretty Boy. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking, because he's boy.
Shane Mosley once tried to knock Floyd Mayweather's head off in 2010. But even with all that bad blood, he admits Floyd's brilliance. Today, Mayweather prefers being called TBE, the best ever. Mosley isn't fully convinced, though he admits it's nearly impossible to find someone in history who matches Floyd's skill. Terence Crawford has always been part of the talks, but only after his win over Canelo Alvarez did Mosley finally say, Crawford isn't just at Mayweather's level, he's even above it. I think Crawford is better. Mosley told Fight Hub TV, I would say Crawford is the better all-around fighter.
Because Canelo after the fight said that Crawford was way better than Floyd. You know Crawford, you know Canelo, you know Floyd. What do you think? Who would win in a fight?
My man. I have to disagree because Floyd Mayweather.
Before Crawford walked into Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas with more muscle than ever, Mosley thought he had no chance. He's nearly 3 years older than Alvarez and had spent years fighting at lower weights. None of it mattered, as he scored a close yet clear win. Mayweather had beaten Alvarez 12 years back, but Crawford's achievement of becoming a three-division undisputed champion changes the story. Now fans and experts play fantasy matchmaker. Who would win? Back when active, Floyd always reminded the world, 50 tried and 50 failed.
Talented fighter, and that challenge for him pushed him even harder to train harder and to be better. That challenge, went up against Canelo, moving up 2 divisions, hearing that people are saying, oh, he didn't look too good against Madrimov, so how could he look good at 68? Well, that motivated more, man. He trained hard. He did what he...
Ben Mosley believes if Crawford had been Mayweather's 51st opponent, he would have pulled it off. Mayweather is really good. You can't take that away. but Crawford would have had the edge with his long arms and bigger. Frame Mosley explained that Floyd would struggle to counter him. Crawford's defense is slick too, though Mayweather raised defensive boxing to near perfection. All of it remains just a dream matchup.